Good morning, welcome to the Morning Five. Thank you for joining us today. Hope you had a good night and the beginning of your day today. Join us as we started back into the Psalms. We're in Psalm 141. Mark, take it away.
Psalm 141. Lord, I call on you. Hurry to help me. Listen to my voice when I call on you. May my prayer be set before you as incense, the raising of my hands as the evening offering. Lord, set up a guard for my mouth. Keep watch at the doors of my lips. Do not let my heart turn away for any evil thing or perform wicked acts with evildoers. Do not let me feast on their delicacies. Let the righteous one strike me. It is an act of faithful love. Let him rebuke me. It is oil for my head. Let me not refuse it. Even now my prayer is against the acts of the wicked. When their rulers will be thrown off the sides of cliffs, the people will listen to my words, for they are pleasing. As when one plows and breaks up the soil, turning up rocks, so our bones have been scattered at the mouth of Sheol. But my eyes look to you, Lord, my Lord. I seek refuge in you. Do not let me die. Protect me from the trap they have set for me and from the snares of evildoers. Let the wicked fall into their own nets while I pass by safely. David, what do you see?
Well, there's a lot in this psalm. These short 10 verses. Really, it's a prayer, and it's a threefold prayer. He pleads with God to listen. He pleads God that he would sanctify him or work in his life to create holiness. And finally, he pleads for protection. As I think about the psalm, really, the greatest challenge to me is verses 3 through 5. He first of all prays that God will help him guard his words, but specifically in a very specific context. A context where he's dealing with people who are evil, and it is so tempting to return evil for evil, especially as we speak. So he's asked for God to set a guard over his lips. But verse 5 is just challenging as well. Help him receive correction from those others who are righteous, from God himself and those God influence. And those are both just lessons I always need to learn.
Yeah. Verse 5 struck me as well. No pun intended. Let the righteous one strike me. It's hard for us to be corrected. Pride is something that all of us, whether we like it or not, have to wrestle with. And none of us like to be corrected. But here, the psalmist so longs to be right with God. And I asked myself as I looked at verse 5, is the righteous one God? Or is it just one of God's people? And I think it could be either one. But the fact is, David is saying, I so long to be right with you. I want to listen to whoever speaks for you and has my best interest at heart. That's a challenging thing because sometimes we don't want to hear other people. We call them self-righteous. You think you're better than everyone else. But if they speak the truth, a wise person will listen and take heart with what they hear, all so that they can be right with God.
And I think that's so true. And even the challenge of verse 5 is, even when we begrudgingly accept correction, but he describes it here as oil upon his head, something that he sees that is so precious, and it's actually pleasant because of its result. Not because it's pleasant in the moment, because it can make him closer to God and more pure in God's eyes.
And maybe at the end of verse 5, where he says, even now my prayers against the evil acts of the wicked, maybe the implication is if we refuse to hear rebuke, godly rebuke, we're actually playing along with the plan of the wicked.
Yeah.
So he says, I don't want to do that. I don't want to play into their hands, so give me the wisdom to listen to what you or a godly person tells. Okay.
A lot in the psalm.
Yeah, good stuff. Very useful, very practical. I hope it's useful to you today. If there's anything you want to add on our Facebook page, just throw it in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for joining us. Do want to invite you. We have a fall Bible series that will be starting this coming Sunday through Wednesday. Don Truex of Tampa, Florida is going to be here. The theme is going to be, I'll make that a priority. We're going to talk about prioritizing relationships, service, and things like that in our service to God and one another. You'd be our welcome guest Sunday morning, 9 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and then Monday through Wednesday at 7 o'clock. We also have some morning classes going on at 11:30 each morning. You would be our honored guest. We'd love to see you. God bless. Have a great day.
See you.